Hi, this is Karen Berka, host of Branson Radio Live. If this COVID thing is getting to you, I think I just might have the right antidote for you. I have decided to post my Branson Radio Live shows on YouTube for all of our loyal listeners and visitors that come to Branson from all over the world. I'm hoping these YouTube posts will bring you some joy while seeing your favorite entertainers again, with lively interviews and some music. They'll perform for you, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So please enjoy the shows, but don't forget to comment in the comments section. Tell me what you like and who you would like to see. This is my way of just sharing Branson Radio Live with you, some of the old shows, and bringing in some new when the time is right, once we heal from all this COVID. And so when things get back to normal, until then, I'll keep posting updates on Branson. So please enjoy the shows, and God bless you. Stay safe and healthy until we meet again. Now, up next, we've got Keith Allen. I'm going to welcome him to the stage. He's been in Branson for a while now, and he's got quite a story to tell. And so I'm excited about talking and visiting with him today. And anybody guess who he looks like by any chance? Your cousin Vinny. Well, this is Keith Allen, everybody. Make him feel welcome here on Branson Radio Live.
Thanks.
Yeah, go ahead and have a sit down. I'm so glad that you came over today, because now we get a chance to visit. And you have been in Branson how long now?
I have been in Branson for 6 years.
6 years, and well, you've got quite a story to tell anyway, and so, and you look like you might be a little tired today. Are you tired today?
I'm tired just about every day. No, we work marketing in the morning. We get up at like 6:37 to get out on the road and go marketing to all the different hotels and the restaurants and things like that. And then we do our shows. I have 2 shows a day, and one with my wife, and then my Neil Diamond show. And then we go through the evening, like on Mondays and Tuesdays we have teasers at night, mixers for the different timeshares and things like that. And then go to bed late usually, and then get back up the next morning and do it all over again.
How do you like that? An entertainer's life here in Branson, Missouri. There's a lot of things that you have to do in order to keep the show rolling, to keep it going, do a lot of PR. And you were talking about doing some PR today. Where were you at this morning?
Well, actually, we did our show at the Branson Mall this morning, but this morning, I went to must have been 12 different hotels, breakfast rooms, talking to people, telling them where the show is, and 4 restaurants, and then I went to the cabins at Green Mountain. They do a little mixer in the morning on Monday mornings, and I went to that one too. So,
well, now for the audience that our global audience, and for our audience here at the Uptown Cafe, Keith does a Neil Diamond impersonation, and he also does some more. Who all can you do?
That's a pointed question. I actually I got my start in stand-up comedy a long time ago, and I was an impressionist. And I never knew I could sing. I actually wanted to sing very badly, but when I was a kid, that's exactly how I sang, very badly. So, and I was an impressionist in comedy. So when I actually picked up a mic and started singing, I was about 21 years old, and I just carried my impressions over to singing. So whenever I would sing a song out at karaoke or something, I would end up sounding like the person that I was singing.
What do you attribute that to? Did you try to sound like them, or it just came natural?
Well, I think it kind of came natural because I did impressions and things like that. I also had an inner ear problem. I had a car accident when I was 16, and it misaligned some of the bones in my ears, so I actually could hear myself as you hear me. Is
that right?
So, it's a lot harder for people to do impressions that don't have, that hear themselves, the way normal people hear themselves, because you don't hear yourself the way I do. However, because of my inner ear problem, I actually could hear myself just like everyone else did. So all I had to do was make my voice sound like what I heard on the radio, and that was it.
How interesting is that? Do you suppose that's just it was kind of a gift, wasn't it? I mean, as you look back on
I never would have thought that accident would have been a gift, but in actuality, in retrospect, I guess it kind of was, because I actually broke both my ankles, I broke both my knees, so I got this scar right here on my forehead.
My goodness!
And I was in a coma for 3 days, and I died for 3 minutes.
Oh, my word.
So.
And when was this? What year was that?
That was 1990.
1990. Wow, you've come a long way since then. So how did you, in rehabilitation, did you study music and do some impersonations, or how'd that come about?
Actually, I didn't. I didn't start singing for another 4 years after that. In fact, during rehabilitation, my doctor actually gave me an 85% chance that I would never walk again because of the damage to my ankle.
Oh, my goodness.
And 4 years later, I was doing Elvis and all the Elvis moves and everything on stage.
What do you say about that? I mean, so for somebody that's, you're indeed an overcomer. So what was in your heart, the motivating factor that said, hey, I am not going to settle for this?
My dad was in my heart, because my dad he knew the kind of person that I was. So he would tell me, you can't do this, knowing that if he told me I couldn't do it, I would strive extra to figure out a way to do it. And so by the doctor telling me that I probably would never walk again, that was the drive that gave me the drive to be able to walk again. I mean, I learned how to walk again. That's what I had to do.
Had to learn all over again. And then you got into your Elvis moves. I mean, that's pretty amazing. So when you got into your music, now you say you were a stand-up comedian. Where did you do a lot of stand-up comedy?
Well, I actually performed all up and down the East Coast and as far over to Chicago. I spent 6 years basically in Chicago almost every weekend at the Vic Theater in Chicago. I opened up for HBO One Night Stands. They would film them at the Vic Theater. Well, you know
a lot of those top star comedians right now, don't you? You met them before they got their name in lights.
Exactly. Before they were really big. People like Robert Schimmel, Mike McDonald, Chris Rock, Tim Allen. Actually, I opened up for his very first HBO special called Men Are Pigs.
Is that right?
I opened up for that. I was a crowd warmer is what I was. I never made it to HBO, but I just was a crowd warmer. In fact, a lot of the comics that came to the Vic Theater actually would personally ask for me because of my technique for warming up the audience. Because you can do it two different ways. You can either have a script and stand on stage and just go off a script.
Right.
Or you can get out and intermingle with people and mess with the audience, and that's what I did. I didn't have a script at all. I just came out there and just did whatever I wanted to do to make people laugh and get involved with the people. I'd actually get out in the audience and mess with them and just have fun with them.
Do you incorporate any of that humor and that comedic personality into your act?
Doing Neil Diamond, I try not to.
Yeah.
But I used to have a show, it was here in town. It was called Alan Unhinged.
Okay.
And I did my singing impressions as well as messing with the audience a little bit and stuff like that.
Sometimes on Branson Radio Live, I'd like to get you to do that. But for today, I want people to hear how wonderful he performs. He's a wonderful entertainer, and boy, I tell you, if I turned my head, I wouldn't know him from Neil Diamond. I swear I wouldn't. Keith Allen, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to perform a number or two for you today. What have you got picked out for us today?
I actually wanted to show people exactly how I came from, where I came from. So I was actually going to do something that I started with. I started with Elvis.
Okay.
Because every male in North America that thinks they can sing thinks that they can sing Elvis. So so I was actually going to do a little song. It's called "Are You Lonesome Tonight?"
Okay, Keith Allen singing a little Elvis tune for you.
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a bright summer day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? I wonder if you're lonesome tonight. You know, someone said the world's a stage and each must play a part. Fate had me playing in love. You as my sweetheart. Act 1 was where we met. I loved you at first glance. You read your lines so cleverly and never missed a cue. But then came Act 2. You seemed to change. You acted strange and wild. I'll never know. Honey, you lied when you said you loved me. And I had no cause to doubt you. But I'd rather go on hearing your lies than to go on living without you. Now the stage is bare, and I'm standing there with emptiness all around. And if you won't come back to me, well, they can bring the curtain down. Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
Keith Allen, everybody.
Thank you very
Isn't
much.
he some kind of good? Now let's talk about where you're performing. And did you bring a couple more numbers to do today?
I actually did. I brought my iPod, which has got like 4,200 songs on it. So we can do whatever you want.
All right, that's wonderful. Now, you got over here at the Branson Mall. You did sing at the Hard Luck Diner here in Branson. Is that right or not?
Yeah, actually, I was at the Hard Luck Diner 3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And it's actually, believe it or not, that's actually where I got started doing Neil Diamond.
Is that right?
Because somebody had actually requested for a song, and I had never done any Neil Diamond. Other than I called my wife up on the telephone one day. I tell the story in my show, and I sang her a song, Hello Again. And she started crying when I got done with it, and I thought, was it that bad? And she said, no, it was great. You know, and that became our song. But other than that, I had never done any Neil Diamond, and somebody had actually asked for me to do one at the Hard Luck Diner, and I did one, and they really enjoyed it. So I just kind of stuck with it for a little bit and kind of modeled my craft a little bit.
And she's the one that said, hey, you need to go from Elvis into Neil Diamond because that's where your real gift is.
Yeah,
right?
she said I look more like Neil Diamond than I do Elvis anyway. So.
How many here thinks he looks like Neil Diamond, everybody? Huh? Let's hear it. That you certainly do.
She's always right.
You know, your wonderful wife. I mean, I'm telling you, I just love her to pieces, Diana Lynn, and she's quite a promoter and quite a marketer. And here, you got married to her when?
That would have been 2004.
2004, and it's been quite a ride, hasn't it?
Yeah, that it has.
And she's an entertainer, too. She's got a beautiful voice. You two do a number together, You Don't Send Me Flowers.
Yeah, You Don't Bring Me Flowers. It's we do that in the show, and we also... there is a version of Neil Diamond actually doing a duet with Shirley Bassey, and he did the song Play Me. And we
like
kind of
that song.
incorporate that at the end of it. I do the song Play Me in the show, and at the end of it, she actually comes up and sings a little bit with me on that.
Do you
song.
have that song with you today?
I have it with me, but I don't have my wife with me.
That's true. And I can't make up for what she can do, so we won't do that. But what other songs do you have selected for us today?
She had told me to do some of the stuff that I do in my Unhinged show, but I can actually do a Neil Diamond if you'd like to hear one.
I'd love to hear you do a Neil Diamond song. Wouldn't everybody love to hear him sing a Neil Diamond tune? All right, we'll do that. And you're over at the Branson Mall, and you have a little theater over there where you entertain. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. I actually do at the Branson Mall Hall of Fame Theater. It's a brand new theater. This is like we're heading into finishing up 2 months. We've been there. This is our 8th week. So we're there at 1 o'clock Tuesday through Saturday, and I think it's a great show.
Well, we're going to come back after you sing a couple numbers, and we're going to talk about, your music career and where you aspire to go and all that. But right now, what Neil Diamond song do you have planned?
Is that the one you want? Okay, go ahead.
They're deciding at the soundboard.
Apparently, I Am, I Said.
I Am, I Said. Keith Allen right now. I Am, I Said by Neil Diamond. Done by Keith Allen here on Branson Radio Live.
the sun shines most of the time. The feeling is laid back. Palm trees grow on the rent so low. But you know I keep thinking about making my way back. Well, I'm New York City born and raised. Nowadays I'm lost between two shores. LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. I am my sin to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. And I cry, I am, said I, and I am lost and I can't even say why. Leaving me lonely still. Ever read about a frog who dreamed of being a king and then became one? Well, except for the names and a few other changes, if you talk about me, the story's the same one. But I got an emptiness deep inside, and I'm trying, but it won't let me go. I'm not a man who likes to swear, but I never cared for the sound of being alone. And I am my sin to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. And I crying, I am, said I, and I am lost and I can't even say why. I am a sin, I am crying.
What do you think of that, everybody? What other song do you have for us? Go ahead and do another one for us, will you? They love you and I love you, and I just want everybody around the world to know, and here at the Uptown Cafe, if you're making decisions to go see a show, this is a great one to see with Keith Allen and his wife Diana over at the Branson Mall.
Okay, well, thank you very much. You guys want to hear a fast song or a slow song? Want to hear something fast? Well, just go on to the next track then.
I cracked the nosy kid on board. We gonna ride till there ain't no more to go. Taking it slow. Lord, don't you know I'd be a time where the poor man sleep, hitching on a twilight train. Ain't nothing here that I care to take along. Maybe a song, sing what I want. No need to say please to no man for a happy tune. Oh, beloved, my rosy child, you got the way to make me happy. You and me, we go in style. Crackling rose, your store-bought woman. You make me sing like a guitar humming. Hang on to me, and a song keeps you running. Oh, play it now, play it now, play it now, my baby. Crack the nose and make me smile.
It could if it lasts for an hour. Well, that's all right. We got all night. Set the world right. Find us a dream that don't ask no questions, yeah. Oh, but love, my rosy child, you got the way to make me happy. You and me will go in style. Raglan Rose, your store-bought woman. You make me sing like a guitar woman. Hang on to me, girl, the song keeps you running on. Yeah, play it now, play it now, play it now, my baby. Crack the rose and make me smile. And can't if it lasts for an hour. Well, that's all right. We got all night. Set the world right. Find us a dream that don't ask no questions. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. G, 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 G. G, 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 G. Raglan Rose.
Keep
Take it
out.
on.
Boy, I'm going to tell you something. Has Neil ever gotten wind of you?
Not that I know of.
Well, he needs to.
Yeah, well,
Isn't he wonderful? I mean, if you, like I say, you turn your head, you don't know the difference. So now here you are. You have just overcome many obstacles, including that accident, and rehabilitating your life and your world. And you wound up here in Branson, Missouri, and met Diana Lynn. And now, what do you see? What do you see in the future for you? What do you want to have happen?
I want some sleep.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? But I know you have goals. You know, it's not just to make a living. What would you like to see happen with you and your wife?
Actually, I really would like to meet Neil Diamond. I've had some people tell me that he has a son named Jesse. And Jesse actually doesn't look as much like Neil Diamond as I do.
Is that right?
And I actually have had some people tell me that I look just like Neil Diamond when he was my age. And I will let you know my age. I'm the same age Neil Diamond was when he was my age. And,
that's pretty good.
But I actually want to meet Neil, and I would actually like to put together a story of a part of his life that he would like to let people know about, like a movie, kind of a biographical sketch of part of his life, and I would like to play Neil Diamond in that.
Well, I think
obviously
he couldn't
if it was back, if it was back when he was my age, then he couldn't actually do that. He was my age in 1976, so.
I am just amazed at your talent. I truly am. And, and you and your wife, you're a great presence here in Branson, Missouri. I think we're blessed to have you here in this town and showing people your talent. So I've got to ask you life's most embarrassing moments on stage, because like I said, I never let anybody get away from me without telling me that. So what about you? What has been your most embarrassing moment?
Actually, I never had a really bad embarrassing moment until last week. Last week, as a matter of fact, it kind of falls along the same lines as Ralf Custer. I had a problem in the sneezing arena, but back when I was doing Elvis and I was doing competitions and things like that, in 2004 I was actually voted on by Graceland as being a top 10 Elvis tribute artist in the world.
How about that?
Well, that's okay
that
because
deserves applause. It
well,
does. That's
that
pretty
title
good.
and 80 cents will get you a really bad cup of coffee. So don't get you any shows. Doing Neil Diamond seems to turn things around and take off, but I would always forget my words on the stage when I was doing Elvis. I've been singing the songs for 10, 12 years, and I would still get up on the middle of the stage and forget my words, and so I'd make them up as I went along.
That's called ad-libbing, right?
Yeah, very much so. And I know the people who were big Elvis fans would be sitting there going, I've never heard that song before.
Did he really sing it like that?
But I didn't let it embarrass me because I knew that if you actually watch films of Elvis on stage, if you glance off to his right, which would be looking off to the left,
stage left to the viewer.
Yeah. You can actually see Charlie Hodge there talking. He's talking the entire time that Elvis is on stage. Charlie Hodge is the one that always brought Elvis his water and his scarves and things, and he passed on a couple of years back. But I actually got a chance to do a show with Charlie Hodge, and he was telling me why he's always talking on the stage. He said Elvis was the worst at remembering his words. So he would always be standing over there telling Elvis his words. He was shouting the words to Elvis.
Is that right?
So I never let the forgetting my words bother me. But last week, I had a sneeze coming. A song before my last song. And I held it off. I held it off and held it off and held it off. It was the longest.
That's not easy to do.
It was the longest holding of a sneeze. I had that tickle in my nose for 7.5 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
And as I was singing the last song of my show, I don't always give it away, but the last song of my show is America by Neil Diamond. And so I was singing the last part of the song, today, today. I got to the last today. Today. The very last note in the song and the last word, and then I couldn't even compose myself because sometimes when you sneeze you start coughing and everything.
No.
That's cute. So I was just kind of waving at everybody.
Take a big bow.
So I'm taking a bow.
As the nose runs. Oh, my goodness.
I knew during the song, everybody kept telling me as they were walking out, they said, man, that was such an emotional song. And I knew what it was. My nose was tickling so bad I was starting to cry. And everybody thought I was just getting into the emotion of the song. All I'm trying to do is just stop from sneezing. I just can't.
That's some good stuff.
Don't let this happen.
I appreciate you sharing that. That's great. What other song do you have for us right now?
I didn't know I had any other ones.
Did you?
Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take a break from Neil Diamond. Go back to my on-the-go list, Gary, and that last song. I wrote this song. It's actually a Willie Nelson tune, and I actually do Willie Nelson. I used to do Willie Nelson in my show, and I rewrote it for Branson. This is the Branson theme song, is what I call it.
Well, how
it's
great.
to the tune of Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. I'm sure you can see where I'm going with it, but I'm going to sing it for you anyway. This will be my last song.
This is great. Keith Allen, everybody, here on Branson Radio Live.
In the tail light glow I see 'em, blue hairs driving in my lane. When she hit me and departed, I knew there would be no insurance claim. Thank the Lord, I'm a paid-up member. Here comes good old AAA. And from the tow truck I remember blue hairs driving in my lane. Pick it, Willie. Here we go. Can't really play the guitar. Heavy metal. Someday when we meet up yonder, where there'll be no old Chevrolets, in a land that knows no parking and no more blue hairs driving in my lane.
Thank you very much.
Keith Allen, everybody. So now, Keith, where can people find you once again? You're entertaining over at the Branson Mall in the theater over there.
We're at the Branson Mall Hall of Fame Theater Tuesday through Saturday at 1 o'clock. It's a 1-hour show. We tell the story of Neil's life through the songs that he recorded. And a lot of Neil Diamond's actual concerts are like an hour long. So we're basically staying with the...
Well, we're so glad they're here, aren't we? And go over and see Keith Allen and his wife over at the Branson Mall. When are your show times?
The show time is Tuesday through Saturday at 1 o'clock. Also, me and my wife actually do a show called Duet. It's famous duets throughout history, in which I do a lot of impressions and stuff in that, too. And it's at 11 o'clock on the Branson Mall Center Stage. It's actually a free show, and it's Monday through Friday.
So. Wonderful. Well, what a privilege to have him here on Branson Radio Live here at the Uptown Cafe. Let's tell him how much we appreciate him here today. Thanks, Keith, so much for being on our show.
And thank you for having me.
All right. Keith Allen, everybody. And up next, we've got one more Uptown singer that you haven't heard from with yet. And, here at the Uptown Cafe, there's nightly talent, too. And so, David, why don't you introduce your Uptown singer right now and tell how you met him. And we're going to do a song from Billy Weber.
All right. Well, when we got the stage finished finally, we decided to form a little group and call it the Uptown Sound, and we've picked up 5 or 6 some of the best singers here in town. And I just tell everybody I'm the luckiest guy in town, because I came into town, I met some of the best singers around, talked them into coming over and singing on our stage, and they come from Florida and Texas and Oregon and all around the country, and all converged right here. Amazing.
That's right. That's right.
And one of them's Billy Weber. And Billy and I met just doing karaoke around town, because we both like to sing, and kind of hit it off, and talked Billy into coming up and singing. And you're going to enjoy his singing. He's just one of the best voices I've heard anywhere. So this is Billy Weber.
From the Uptown Cafe, the Uptown Singers right here, Billy Weber. And you've got a group called Strictly by Accident, too. And we'll talk about that, too. But let's hear him sing. You want to hear him sing? Billy Weber. He's the soda jerk here, by the way. He makes all those banana splits and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But a heck of a nice guy.
I think I ate more than I served.
Billy Weber, everybody. On Branson Radio Live, I'm your host, Karen Berka, and we're so glad to have you across the globe and here at the Uptown Cafe join us. So let's have a nice round of applause.
Thank you.
For Billy Weber.
I like blue eyes, hers are green, not like the woman of my dreams. And her hair's not quite as long as I had planned. 5'3" isn't tall. She's not the girl I pictured at all. In those paint by number fantasies I've had. So it took me by complete surprise when my heart got lost in those deep green eyes. She's not at all what I was looking for. She's more. No, it wasn't at first sight, but the moment I looked twice, I saw the woman I was born to love. And her laughter fills my soul, and when I hold her I don't want to let go. When it comes to her, I can't get enough. So it took me by complete surprise when my heart got lost in those deep green eyes. She's not at all what I was looking complete surprise when my heart got lost in those deep green eyes. She's not at all what I was looking for, and she's more.
Billy Weber, how about that? One of the Uptown singers right here, and we were so happy to have him. Thank you, Billy, for joining us. That's going to do it for us today on Branson Radio Live. We're so glad that, Barbara, that you came and visited here with your husband, and we appreciate you. Did you enjoy the show today, everybody? Let's hear it. Come back and see us. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here at the Uptown Cafe on Highway 165. So go ahead. We're taking it on out. All right, here we go. I'm Karen Berka, your host for Branson Radio Live. Thank you across the globe for joining us. And we're going to have the Cowsills on, it sounds like to me, getting the word here on Wednesday. And we've got a lot of great entertainers coming up, surprise guests. And come back, tune in on Branson Radio Live. Thanks, James Wilson, co-producer, for helping us out today. And Gary Welch and our new sound man, Steve. Thank you, and God bless everybody. Come back and see us. We'll be here again on Wednesday at noon to 1:30 here at the Uptown Cafe. Have a great day, everybody. To thank Keith Allen, too, for being on the show, and Ralf Custer from the God and Country Theater, and Billy Weber. Well, here's hoping you enjoyed the Branson Radio Live programming today. We'll be posting our shows every Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. And because we're not able to go to church like we used to, we're going to throw in some gospel on Sunday every once in a while. So be looking forward to those, and you can reminisce about your favorite entertainers. And bear in mind, some of the entertainers are here but not performing because of the COVID situation, but we'll keep you informed as to who's appearing here and when. Just reach out to me on my email at berkabroadcasting@gmail.com for any questions that you might have, and we'll respond accordingly. And until then, remember that we love you. We want you to come into Branson when it's safe for you to do so, and so we'll keep you posted on the upcoming events here in Branson. So enjoy your day, be safe, and remember, these shows are from 2009 on up, so they're not current day. They're just to reminisce with and just enjoy, and just comfort you and give you a feel good. So thanks for listening. I do hope you enjoy the shows.